Hi guys, Dawn here, and this is going to be different from stuff I normally upload, but it's something that's important to me. And I'll try not to rant, but if I do get emotional, it's because this is an important topic. So, I work at Megaplex Theaters. It's primarily based here in Utah. That's where our headquarters are, up in Salt Lake at the flagship theater known as Jordan Commons, and is part of the entertainment branch of Larry Miller Group of Companies. And what I want to talk about is what I call movie etiquette. And this is something I think has been lacking for a while. So, doesn't matter which movie theater you go to, whether it's Megaplex or Cinemark, there's a certain etiquette that I wish people would follow. And it might also clear up some misconceptions that there are about movie theaters. So, here in Utah, we have a state law that prohibits smoking within buildings and within 25 feet of buildings. This covers a lot of locations, including movie theaters. You cannot smoke or vape in movie theater. And if you really are desperate for a smoke, go outside. Do not smoke inside the building, anywhere. Not even in the lobby. Just don't. And also, so there are different departments, as we call them at Megaplex. And we have department leaders, which we call DLs, and they answer to the managers, or essentially the ones in charge. So each department covers a different area. I'm in part of the floor team. That's what some would call ushers. And we're part of operations, which used to include box office. Now, these days they're called ambassadors, and they assist anyone with the kiosks that might have struggles. And we have a greeter that welcomes you to Megaplex, and will also assist you if the ambassador is too busy. And we also have our concessions, which is known as food court, where you can order popcorn, drinks, and even Pizza Hut pizza, and other food options. So it's not just limited to popcorn, candy, and drinks, like in the old days. And so once you get your order, you get everything you need, or if you want to go straight to your seats, you go to podium. That's where you'll be greeted by their usher or their floor team member, who will look at your ticket. And if it's for an R-rated movie and you don't look old enough, you will get carded. We will check your state or driver's license, because it has to be a full ID with your picture, your name, and your full birth date. I've been carded a few times on the rare occasions that I've actually seen on a rated movie, because I do not look my age. I am 40, but I don't look it. So, if you don't get carded, then they're dropping the ball, and that's not a good thing. So, but they will direct you to whichever theater your movie is going to be in, providing that those of us on floor team have gotten it cleaned and ready. Because once the movie ends, we have to get everything clean the best we can, so that you can have the best reception possible, the best movie experience possible. And now, so as part of this movie etiquette, when you are watching the movie, preferably right before previews start, mute your phone, turn it off, do whatever you have to so it does not disrupt the movie experience for you and those around you. Because odds are there are going to be plenty of other guests coming to see movies. If you happen to be the only one in there, then, well, you get your own private screening. But have the best movie experience possible, electronic devices off or muted. So you're not just ruining your experience or anyone else's. And if you can refrain from talking loudly during the movie, that's also great. Because that way you don't disrupt anyone either. I mean, if this is not your first time, if you've seen this movie before, don't spoil it. That's one of my many pet peeves, is people who try to ruin a movie experience by spoiling a movie. And not just in the theater itself, but also on social media. People who do that, they seem to be intent on ruining people's fun before they can even have it. Don't do it. And also, no trying to film the movie. That's called pirating, and it's illegal. Because you are hurting everyone involved who made the movie. And here's one that I cannot stress enough that should not be done. Do not, I repeat, do not sneak food into the movie theaters. I know I've heard the gripes about how much the food costs compared to ticket costs. And these things can change from over the years. But there's a reason why food costs the way it does. And if you don't want to order, get popcorn or drinks, then you can wait till after the movie to go get food at your favorite diner, your favorite restaurant. But don't sneak food in. And here's why. And this is to cover a misconception that people seem to have. So, brace yourselves, because this is a whopper. I am about to go Mythbusters on you. Movie theaters do not keep all the money from box office ticket sales. The majority of that goes back to the theater, to the studios that make the movie, to pay everyone who was involved with it, from producers to the actors to all the other crew members. This is to pay them their salaries. And movie theaters like Megaplex or Cinemark or any other movie chain out there get maybe 50% or less of the ticket sales, especially during opening weekend, which is usually when most of the money comes in. The biggest amount of money that movie theaters earn within a year comes from concessions. It comes from food court. And that money goes towards keeping the theater running. If there's repairs, to pay the repair, to pay for those, pay for the supplies that go towards us having the right equipment and chemicals needed to keep the theaters clean. Goes towards the supplies that food court gets to make sure everything they use is running smoothly, and the supplies to make the food. And that money also goes to paying every theater employee, from management to us, to everyone in the various departments. Because we do not volunteer. We are working jobs. And those who are married, they are supporting families. We are supporting ourselves through this job. I have been working at Megaplex Theaters for over 8 years. That's since February 2015. And before that, I had worked 2 years at Cinemark 16, which is Provo Town Mall. And I saw some pretty hectic stuff, especially with big movies. And had to deal with those who came in being rude and disrespectful. And those are stories I'll probably save for different video. But the point is, and then I worked 2 years at Movies 8, also in Provo, but no longer exists since that's the story for that time. Point is, I have a lot of experience. And I get frustrated when people try to sneak food in. You're being rude and disrespectful to the people, to the guests around you by doing that. And, sorry, that's my timer. And you're also being rude and disrespectful to those of us who work at the theater. Because if too many people sneak food in, it's going to cut into costs, and that's going to affect our paychecks. Because we're not doing this for the fun of it. We are dedicated employees. Some have been working at my place longer than even me. Some less, because for some this is their very first job. So, do proper movie etiquette. Do not disrupt the movie experience. Do not sneak food in. No spoilers and no smoking. And I will probably do a few more of these videos. It depends on which time I have, since these last few weeks were hard. Since I had a lot of back-to-back jobs, trying to make sure everyone had the best movie experience possible. So, if you're new to my channel, subscribe, ping the notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload. And I will see you all later. Bye for now.